So I suggest that you take a seat because we are going to start right now for the kickoff of our 30th anniversary celebration event for the European Company Lawyer Association, l'Association européenne des juristes d'entreprise, qui a comme langue de travail également le français. So French was from the inception of this association, the working language of ECLA. So we don't forget that, of course. And you will not forget it thanks to my accent as well. So welcome everyone to this celebration and this forum. We are expecting to have, in the course of the day, up to 190 participants, delegates coming from 22 different jurisdictions, which is an amazing and unprecedented event. So thank you everyone for making the care to come and to join us, sometimes from quite far away. We are very lucky to have been able to be supported also by key sponsors and key friends. There was a lot of efforts made by the executive board, by Didier Pissot, by Petre, and by GLG as well, and also by our various sponsors. So what are we going to talk about today? You have seen the program. It's a very ambitious program, very exciting program, and up to date. 2013 is a very interesting year for us in the company lawyer realm because we have had two positive national case law, as you remember, which are coming from here, from Belgium, and from the Netherlands as well, which shows that it's not like a complete dull lake since 30 years. There has been quite going on. And thanks to the Dutch and the Belgian decision and ruling early spring this year, there is a new wind of hope and emotion which says that there is a lot of push from the national jurisdiction to say that confidentiality and legal privilege are recognized at the local level as soon as you are part of an organized organization, such as most of the members of ECLA. So legal privilege, as you have seen in the program and in the brochure of ECLA, of the new ECLA, shall I say, is definitely not the only obsessive topic for company lawyers. We have much more to share than the legal privilege question. Our job, first of all, it's all about joy, and we should not forget the joy to practice as company lawyers every day, the joy to defend, the joy to protect, the joy to advise, the job to step back from very excited decision from the management, the joy to train our people in our teams, the joy to learn, the joy to argue, the joy to exchange, and the joy today to be together from diverse countries in one same room. So over the last year, ECLA has moved gear, as you may have seen. Moved gear in terms of communication, in terms of influence, in terms of collaboration. And the mere fact that we are in a wonderful place at Palais d'Egmont is also a way to show that the new ECLA, after celebrating its 30th anniversary, is willing to show how modern and proud we are to be practicing law in-house with our friends outside, from the outside counsel firms, and you know that there are a couple of representatives in this room, of course. We have been able also today to have a very large attendance, not to say a full attendance, of our members. Remember that we have 19 members, 19 members. The idea is, of course, to grow. So we are getting some contacts with Austria, Switzerland, Greece, and Luxembourg right now. So we have operated contacts over there, and we would welcome any suggestion, especially for those of you who are working with teams located in what we could call white spaces for ECLA, because ECLA will be stronger when we will be 29. Why I say 29? Because as you have read in the press, Ukraine is currently signing and running the internal process to sign the association agreement in view of being the 29th member of the EU. We are in Palais d'Egmont, which is an amazing place that was built in just nearby. It was rebuilt after, but in 1532. And this place, interestingly enough, has been a very critical place for a couple of foreign affairs and EU event and signature. And we don't forget that in ECLA. And the fact that we celebrate a birthday means also that we like to work on memories, because we do believe that the memory of what we have achieved in the past, with all the benefactors and the volunteers from ECLA who are gathered in this room, is part of our strength and energy. The fact that there has been a lot brainstormed in this profession over the last 30 years, and we are very emotionally, I would say, receptive to everything that was debated over the last 30 years in ECLA. This is why you will meet in this room many former executives of ECLA, many former presidents, treasurer, and of course general managers who are part of the crowd here. And I'm very honored and pleased that they have all responded present to this call. So when I am asked by my son, my younger son, but what do you do every day? It's not an easy question to answer. And I have to say that the fact that my father is a psychiatrist, is still one, helps me sometimes also to try to reflect on what we are doing. Because in a way we are trying to recycle, and I'm going to use these words, the paranoia of our client. And we have this schizophrenic attitude to be able to say, my job in the company is to defend my company against people like me in other companies. Which is the way to answer, the short answer that I did deliver to my younger son recently. So my job is to defend Disney vis-à-vis people like me elsewhere. And that's what we are trained for. And dealing with psychiatric pathology is probably one of our best skills. You have seen a lot of evolution in the recent ECLA program, and we are going to talk about it. And I'm not going to run you through this very rich agenda, but the first panel is going to talk about the legal privilege saga, and I wanted to use the word saga because this is probably the best way to depict it, and our panelists will probably confirm what I just say with John and Philippe. We are going to then tackle on panel 2 new breakthrough trends in company lawyering with Professor Rocky Marina Kratsch, with our VP, and Michael Jung, who is coming from Germany from SAP. Then we are going to have a very short break, and Petr is going to guarantee the small timing of the break. And then we are going to move to a topic which is very important for us, which is how to articulate outside in our management, within our clients, within our businesses, what we believe is equal to the way we appreciate ethical principle and independence. We are probably one of the only offices in the company caring about ethics and independence. This morning, when I woke out from the lift in my hotel here, there was a big screen, very bright, difficult to gaze at 7 a.m., and which says environmental statement in an hotel. So the way to work on a brand for a company, on the IP, on the immaterial assets of the company, is to work on CSR, responsibility, accountability. I'm not going to name any company, but you have seen in the press recently a big brand, major brand in textile, where the brand equity is being currently harmed. Why? Because there was a lack of attention about ethics, accountability, and responsibility. And who best than we in the company are the guarantor of all those qualities. Then we are going to address the history, because as I mentioned, we are nothing if we forget our history. And we are going to talk about a very important piece for us, which is on top of the white paper on independence that I've called with Jean, Company Lawyers Independent by Design. With Sergio Marini, we are going to talk about, and Professor Rocky, about our draft and project to set some sort of reference code of ethics for Europe, which is unprecedented for company lawyers. And also we are going to talk with Christina and Pierre-Étienne Laurenceau, we are going to talk about the setup of the ECLA Advisory Council. Because if we only are going to try to convince ourselves of what we are already convinced, that is not going to help much. So the idea is to try to see how we can spell out our messages outside from the one who are already convinced. I spent 2 hours yesterday with a rep of the DG Comp at the EU Commission. The person was part of the AkzoNobel investigation team, and after 2 hours she said to me, I've never heard such arguments. That's very interesting. I am changing my way to hear and to understand the Akzo case and the legal privilege in 2013, which is quite different from what it was in the mind of the authority probably in 82. So, which means that we have a lot to articulate, and which is why I do want to gather the most skilled advisory council, and we are going to talk about it. And if you have any magical names for us to include in the advisory board, we would like to have them, because they are going to be our ambassador outside ECLA itself. So with that, I want to declare this forum and this celebration open with a wish. And my wish for today is that, there is a conception that we can have very fruitful debate. And my dream, if it comes true, is that the debate are going to move forward. And my dream is going to be that there was a before the 30th anniversary, and there will be an after. So I rely upon you to make that dream happen. Have an excellent forum and debate. Thank you.